I have never been a dick to you.
Oh, please. All you ever do is call me names and rip on me for being Jewish.
Kyle, when have I ever ripped on you for being a Jew?
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 South Park running gags.
You try and take my way of life? Time to show you some integrity.
Remember? Hey, remember Ghostbusters? Oh, I remember.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
For this list, we're looking at recurring jokes from this hit animated series. Gags that have spanned the entire show, as well as ones that repeated for a specific set of time, will be included. What's your favorite running gag on South Park? Let us know in the comments. NAB is our new favorite place for new fandom products. It's really cool because it brings all new listings like new releases and hard to find restocks from top online stores into one place. But what we love most about NAB is that we can follow our favorite fandoms and track new releases from our custom My Stuff page. They have toys, figures, plushies, movies, comics, trading cards, vinyl records, games, and more. It's the best way to find all kinds of cool stuff that I never would have even known was out there. And right now, for every 100 people who sign up for a free NAB account, one person will win a $50 gift card. So go sign up and get your friends to sign up, because the more people who enter, the more gift cards they'll give away. See ya! Number 20, pranks pulled on Butters.
Here he goes. Good morning, fellas. All set to go skiing? What's so funny?
Poor Butters. Ever since this character was introduced to the show, he's been the butt of many practical jokes, especially from Cartman. From intentionally getting trapped in a bunker to being made to look like a pet dog, the list goes on.
Now, Butters, listen. No matter what happens, no matter what you hear, do not come out. If I don't make it back in time with the others, then it will be up to you to repopulate the Earth.
But I'm the only one down here. What am I supposed to repopulate with?
Well, you know, with your wiener.
Cartman even had him convinced for an entire episode that he was befriending a robot. Butters' complete and total cluelessness about the world has been taken advantage of repeatedly over the course of the series. We can't help but feel a little sorry for him, but these antics often end up being the funniest part of any episode he's featured in. Number 19, Satan and Hell.
Behold, the evil one approaches.
Holy poop on a stick.
Going back as far as the first season, Satan, and eventually Hell itself, has been an on-again, off-again joke within the series continuity. Often portrayed opposite Saddam Hussein and other various noteworthy characters, Satan's been responsible for a lot of chaos in the small mountain town of South Park. The entire plot of the South Park movie is centered around his desire to take over the world. He's also been involved in a boxing match with Jesus, a wicked Halloween party, and even tried to take over heaven at one point.
My lord, we must attack now.
What's the point? They have a Keanu Reeves now.
Do not fear, my lord. Your army is great.
Very well. Demon army, begin your march on heaven!
Satan and Hell itself both appear on the show periodically to remind us that evil is always lurking just below the surface, often to darkly hilarious results. Number 18, Garrison as Trump.
The people have spoken. Just as J.J. Abrams did with Star Wars, I will make this country great again.
One of the more recent running gags on this show has been the portrayal of Garrison as a proxy for a very well-known, very orange-faced politician. Starting in the 19th season, Garrison's persona began to shift more and more towards that of the former US president. It isn't long before Garrison eventually becomes Commander-in-Chief, where over-the-top antics and wild behavior serve as a scathing parody of the 45th President of the United States. This ongoing joke came to its natural, so far, conclusion when Garrison lost the 2020 election and tried to return to South Park to be a teacher again.
Oh, I see. Look, everyone, there's a gay man shopping. I happen to be the only teacher brave enough to teach your kids right now, so you better all get real woke real fast. Come on, Mr. Service.
Only time will tell if we'll see the stank face again. Number 17, Stan pukes around Wendy. It started all the way back in the very first episode of the show. Wendy goes to give Stan a note and he pukes.
Here, Stan. This is for you. Ew!
Bye, Wendy.
Time and time again, Wendy has tried to talk to him only for Stan to lose his cool and his lunch in front of her. The joke has been going on for many years without ever getting old.
Hi, Stan.
Admittedly, it hasn't seen much life in the later seasons, but given how long and how often it's been used in the show, Stan's vomit has more than earned itself a spot on our list. Who would have thought puke could be a running gag? Number 16, The Old Farmer. Unless you're familiar with Stephen King's Pet Sematary, this is one that may have gone over your head. It sits just under the surface of the show, and only a specific subset of fans would pick up on it. Credited simply as Old Farmer, this elderly character is clearly South Park's own version of Judd Crandall from the Stephen King story.
Well, sometimes that is better.
When he appears, it's usually to warn the characters about some supernatural event that could occur, should they proceed with whatever ridiculous plan they have or didn't even have in mind in the first place.
Don't bury your son's body at the Indian burial ground, Starch. The one that's right up over there behind the Anderson's barn. Sometimes, dead is better.
This includes warning Butters' father not to dig up his remains and put them in an Indian burial ground, to telling Butters about a cursed road leading to South Park.
Yeah, a lot of history on that rod.
It's super random, but perfect for the world of South Park.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Number 15, CARTMAN'S AUTHORITAH. If there's one thing Cartman is obsessed about, it's being in control of everyone and everything around him. So, when in a position of power, he makes it clear that he is not to be trifled with. And this often involves uttering a particular word in a very funny way.
I am a cop, and you will respect my authority.
His pronunciation of the word authority is just flat out hilarious. And it's only funnier since Cartman is fully serious whenever he utters the word. Whether he's a police officer, the Department of Interior person, the hall monitor, or functioning in any type of other role, the MO remains the same.
You have the authority to bring them to me.
Authority?
And considering what he's capable of, it's probably in any person's best interest to respect his authority.
Ah! Who are you?
It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. You should have respected my authority.
Number 14, I Am Lord Ya Ya Ya. For a short window of time on the show, we got a chance to see Randy's alter ego, pop singer Lord.
Ya 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 ya. I am Lord Ya Ya Ya. Lord, Lord, come in, Lord Ya Ya Ya.
Through the events of season 18, we come to learn that the popular real-life singer Lord is actually Randy Marsh in disguise. It all began with him dressing up to use the woman's washroom, where he also discovered his voice.
Have you ever been in a woman's bathroom, Stan? It's all clean and there's enough stalls for everyone. It was so freeing.
The ya 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 joke is heard many times over the course of Randy's Lord episodes. Not only is it memorable for just being plain silly, but also because the real-life singer Lord did her own impression of Randy pretending to be her. Now that's what you call going full circle.
Yeah, I'm Lord. Yeah.
Number 13, the personal life of Cartman's mom.
Is it Cartman's mom? Oh, very funny. Hey, it is Cartman's mom.
Leanne Cartman is certainly the most soft-spoken of all the South Park parents, and in keeping with her demure nature, generally seems incapable of controlling her son. However, despite her outwardly conservative personality, she is in fact sexually voracious and apparently gets it whenever from whomever she can.
I admit it. I might have made love to your mother at the drunken barn dance, but who here didn't?
Since the beginning of the show, her libido has been a running joke, with her exploits including banging it out with most of the town, celebrities, politicians, and the entire Denver Broncos team, as well as stints in online adult entertainment and prostitution. Number 12, Butters always being grounded.
Butters! You are grounded, mister!
Ah, hamburgers. After being upgraded to a more central role during Kenny's permanent death in Season 6, Leopold Butters Stotch has become more or less a regular member of the group.
This is for all the times I got grounded.
Oh!
While Kyle, Stan, Cartman, and Kenny are either genuinely up to no good or just cooking up some half-baked idea to have fun, Butters is a naive, go-along-to-get-along sort of kid.
Well, would you mind telling me why there's rice-a-roni in my coffee?
Uh-oh.
Butters, you are grounded!
Despite the hijinks of the other four, and even if the results of a failed plan are not his fault, it's generally the innocent Butters who must face the wrath of his strict parents and other adults. Gee, fellers, that doesn't seem very fair now, does it?
I hope you're both very satisfied with the damage you've caused, because you're both grounded!
Number 11, Chef singing.
Hello there, children!
Before the character of Chef was brutally killed off, he was a main character, and seemingly the only reasonable adult in South Park. When the boys had a problem or questions about life, he usually bid them a friendly hello before proceeding to teach them a lesson, try to help them, or offer to sing an educational little song.
I'm gonna make love to you, woman. Gonna lay you down by the fire.
Of course, these songs usually had to do with love, playing it cool, and other topics a little too mature for boys in the 4th grade. For us home viewers, however, they were always pure comedic gold.
When a man loves a woman, and a woman loves a man.
Number 10. Kyle and Ike.
Kick the baby. Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby.
While this gag has seemingly been retired, or is at least in a long period of hibernation, earlier on in the series, Kyle had an unusual hobby. When in the presence of his little brother Ike, he liked to kick the baby, to which Ike would usually respond, "Don't kick the baby."
Check it out. Ready, Ike? Kick the baby. Don't kick the goddamn baby. Kick the baby. Wah! Ow.
The gag usually ended up with Ike destroying property in some capacity.
Kick the baby. Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby.
While it hasn't been featured on the show much in recent years, it was included as one of Kyle's special attacks in the 2014 game South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Kick the baby! Don't kick the goddamn baby. Yay! I hope this alliance can last.
Number 9. Randy's Antics.
Hey, Stan, can I play with you guys?
Dad?
Yeah, I'm playing from the office.
Dad, get off our TeamSpeak line!
During the early years of the show, the episodes primarily revolved around Stan, the boys, and whatever misadventures they were getting into. As the series has progressed and evolved, however, we've seen a lot more focus put on the various adults in the town, especially Randy.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Whether it's picking fights at Little League games, causing the COVID-19 outbreak, or working security at the mall, Stan's dad never seems short on weird ways to get himself into trouble. You never know what he's gonna do next, but it's only a matter of time before he steals the spotlight with one of his crazy antics.
Dad, Mom says to stop trying to give yourself cancer.
Just gonna get a little bit of cancer, Stan. Tell Mom it's okay.
Number 8. Visitors. You never know where the extraterrestrials are gonna pop up, and that includes your favorite animated series. In the pilot episode of South Park, the visitors are responsible for Cartman's titular pain in the butt.
Dude, visitors! Totally! What? That wasn't a dream, Cartman. Those were visitors. No, it was just a dream. My mom said so.
Those visitors then became a bit of a running joke within the show for many years. Much like the Seinfeld Superman myth, people swear there's a visitor in every episode. Despite this not being factually correct, there have been countless sightings of these little aliens throughout the show's run. Even as recently as the South Park vaccination special, the visitors can be seen in line at Walgreens and chasing after the boys among a crowd of people. Number 7. Cartman's weight. Of all the gags on this list, Cartman's size is the one that's perhaps been going on the longest and most consistently. Not that we're condoning such mocking, but it would be difficult to omit this one considering Cartman's been the subject of ridicule about his weight since before the pilot episode of the show even aired.
Don't you oppress me, fat boy! Don't call me fat!
The other boys have never hesitated to counter Cartman's claims of being
festively plump.
One could argue that the kid's consistent fat-shaming of Cartman's size could be detrimental to his character, since such behavior is not a laughing matter. Then again, this is Cartman, and most would agree that his own mistreatment of others, not to mention his various schemes, some of which are downright psychotic, have more to do with his attitude than body image issues.
I'm not fat. I'm big boned.
Number 6. Okay. Reportedly inspired by South Park creator Trey Parker's actual school guidance counselor, Mr. Mackey has been giving us a memorable gag for years. Like a number of other iconic TV characters, Mackey comes packaged with his own catchphrase.
Okay, and sleep is very important to your success at school. Okay?
Okay. I'll be okay.
Okay, you sure? Because I'm here if you need me.
Okay.
Time and time again, this meek man would try to share his wisdom with the boys, but seemingly can't help but end every sentence with this little vocal tick. The boys themselves would often poke fun at Mackey's odd voice, and audiences never fail to get a chuckle at the peculiar behavior.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
23 seasons and 2 specials in, it's a gag that's still going strong.
We'd like to get in there and get some vaccinations, okay?
Number 5. Canada and Canadians.
I am not your guy, friend.
I'm not your friend, buddy!
I'm not your buddy, guy!
While all of the characters in the South Park universe are arguably strange and have their own little idiosyncrasies, there's arguably no group quite as odd as their version of Canadians. Many American television shows portray Canadians and Canada within a narrow spectrum of stereotypes, both flattering, nice, skilled at hockey, welcoming, and not so flattering, unintelligent, drunk, mediocre. But with flapping heads and jerky, hectic movements, the South Park Canadians are like another species altogether.
This is not about diplomacy. This is about dignity. This is about respect.
It's so over the top that it's hard to imagine anyone taking offense, but it sure is good for a laugh.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, I love nobody.
Number 4, they took our jobs.
They took our jobs!
When all else fails, blame someone else, right? First cropping up in the Season 8 episode Goobacks when time-traveling immigrants show up in South Park, it became the rallying cry of anguish for the local population of working-class white Americans.
They took our jobs! They took our jobs!
Roared repeatedly throughout the episode, and devolving into almost nonsensical crowing. The gag satirizes complaints about immigration, and how one-note those protestations tend to become.
And now everyone's getting laid off work! They took our jobs! They took our jobs!
The gag itself has become a meme of its own, with "they took our jobs" becoming a catch-all jab at xenophobic remarks.
You took my girl and you took my job! He took his job!
Number 3, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Well, you know what I say? Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Of the 4 main characters, Cartman is the most likely to not only get himself into trouble, but the others too. And if there's one thing that can be counted on, it's that when the going gets tough, he is bailing. Whether a task is too difficult, he's too bored, or he feels like others are having too much fun, he is out.
No, you nah, me nah. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
While it's true that he would like us to all respect his AUTHORITAH, it's this phrase that really sums up Cartman's personality. He doesn't care what happens to anyone else, as long as he can get home to his junk food and video games.
Okay, that does it. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Number 2, I learned something today.
I learned something today.
Once upon a time, TV shows, especially family sitcoms, couldn't just be entertaining. They typically wrapped up with a moralistic theme. When done right, it worked. But more often than not, these summaries came across as hammy and more than a little preachy. Apparently riffing off that cheesy sentimentality, early South Park episodes would get a similar wrap-up, generally with Kyle announcing to his friends that he learned something and then sharing it.
You know, I've learned something today. You see, the basis of all reasoning is the mind's awareness of itself.
These lessons could be basic pontifications on friendship or a means of dealing with an existential crisis. The gag is so prominent that by later seasons, his friends had started to grow a little sick of him.
Is he seriously giving a speech right now?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Kenny always dies.
Oh my god, they've killed Kenny! You bastards!
From the very beginning, the most iconic running joke of the show has been the death of the boys' mumbling little buddy Kenny, and their anguished cries of "you bastard."
Oh my god, they killed Kenny! You bastards!
The gag has taken on a couple of different iterations, with Kenny's soul getting accidentally sucked up by Cartman, and of course the most recent reveal that Kenny is actually immortal, and that to die painfully only to respawn but with none of his friends remembering his past deaths is a cursed superpower of his.
What is your power?
I can't die.
Not only is the death of Kenny a running joke, it's also a joke that runs with itself, growing bigger and more dramatic over time. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.